Welcome to Java Talk. I'm your host, Jade Rozek. Here with me is Jon Oppold, who is opening a new pizzeria across the street from campus called Sonny's Pizzeria. Hi, how are we doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning. So why did you decide to open Sonny's Pizzeria, and why did you choose the location that you did?
So, I don't know for those of you guys that have been here for a while, a lot of you probably haven't, because you're students and you're new to the city, you're new to the area, but that location used to be a laundromat, kind of back in the day, and I lived in the neighborhood with my wife, and we used to walk by there all the time, and we would say, hey, look at that place. Kind of, sucks that it's a laundromat. This could do way better as a pizza place or something like a restaurant. So with that in mind, we always kind of kept that in the back of our minds, and so probably 6 months ago, we went, or maybe 4 months ago, something like that, we went and walked by and noticed there were signs in the window that it was available for lease, and we kind of sprung into action, and we just figured that the location with the colleges here, and also with the fact that there's really nothing super close, 10-block radius that you have to walk to go get something to eat, so we just thought that it'd be a great addition to the neighborhood and a great addition, hopefully, to the campuses and give college students a place to come and congregate and have fun and share in the community and eat pizza.
Perfect. So why in the world hasn't anybody done this before?
That's a good question. I think it's because when that building was built, I think it was built originally to become a laundromat. We used to go to the laundromat and look at it, and everything was so like old school, like 50s style. So what I just assume is that that building was a laundromat its entire time. Up until the last couple years, it's been like a drone shop, which is super random, but now that it's a pizza place, I just feel like it fits. Everybody that I've talked to has kind of echoed that sentiment. So, hopefully we do well, and it becomes, what I envision, and it looks like we have a good start. So.
Perfect. Well, what do you envision to come from Sonny's Pizzeria?
So I envision it to be just kind of a small neighborhood spot. I would envision it to be pretty lively, just for the fact that it's really small. So every time you go in there, it's going to feel busy. But then other things I envision, beyond just pizza, I want to host like events there. So for instance, hopefully we can do stuff like, when the football team's out of town, we could have like a watch party there, or maybe like some video game tournaments, like Mario Kart or maybe some of the classic games, Super Smash Brothers, that kind of stuff. I just envision a place where we can do a lot more than just pizza. But obviously it's a pizza restaurant, and that's going to be the main thing. So. I just look at it as hopefully a place where we can foster a sense of community and just kind of a local little hangout right across the street from campus.
So will there be employment for college students at Sonny's Pizzeria?
Yeah, so there will be employment for several part-time positions, I guess. Part of the deal with the pizzeria is, like I said, it's a very small building. So it's not like you'll need a lot of staff to operate it, but I would envision mostly college students working there just because of the schedules and whatnot. It'd probably be something where there's going to be part-time opportunities to work a little bit at night and during the day, and it just would seem to make sense that college students would work there for the fact that it's just very close, within walking distance of the campus, and would be convenient for them, and I think it'd be kind of a win-win. So yeah, I'm definitely open to that, and I'm sure that tons of college students would apply.
All right. Will you personally be working at the pizzeria?
Yeah, so I plan to work there personally between me and my wife. My wife, not so much as me. She's a kindergarten teacher. But for me, like, I'm very flexible with my job, so I plan on working there quite a bit, especially as we get it ramped up from now until, when it's got kind of its footings. But for the first month or two, I envision being very, very, very involved, just to make sure everything's, going the way it should and operating the way that I want it to. So.
Perfect. And last but not least, when is the grand opening of Sunny's Pizzeria?
So the grand opening date, I don't have a date set yet. Like literally yesterday, I was installing floors in there, and that's like a fourth of the way done, and we still have to paint and put in plumbing for a restaurant, and there's just a lot to do. But what we're envisioning is hopefully November at some point. I know that's kind of vague, but as we get closer and as things start to fall in place and construction starts to get done, we'll announce like a formal opening date. But for now, we're just being super vague about it, just because there's still a lot to do, and it's my first time opening a pizza place, so I don't know exactly how long the timeline's going to take. So, but fingers crossed, we want to get it open by November. The sooner the better. I mean, there's not a lot to do in there. It's a small space, but my wife and I are doing a lot of it on our own. So, some of that might take a little bit longer than if you had a licensed contractor or something doing some of the work. So, yeah, fingers crossed November, and we'll give an update on our Facebook page as things progress. So.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, John, for stopping by at our USF studios. I'm Jade Rozak. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hope to see you guys soon.